mentally. I feel that my privacy was violated, that you actually went into my Facebook and read my messages.
So I feel, you guys redo this?
Yeah.
So again, if I can't get it off, I'm feeling I'm getting kind of lost, stop. Stop
not
here.
this.
It's not. That's why they don't say to use words. Stop. It's a nice little, okay? So I hear you saying that you feel a little violated and that you feel like your privacy was kind of jeopardized. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything more?
Yes. I'm conflicted in that feeling because I also know on the other hand that we are supposed to be a unit, we're supposed to be together, and it's supposed to be full transparency. So I should not have anything that I don't want you to see. Even though I still feel violated in my privacy, so I'm kind of conflicted.
So I hear you saying that you're kind of conflicted because you understand that in this marriage, like you should be pretty transparent, and that, you know, if you saw something like that, you would definitely have some concerns too. Is that right?
That's what I have.
Anything else?
No, that's it for right now.
Okay. So it's trying to switch, right? What's on about Lisa?
Oh, so yeah. I gotta talk about Lisa. Lisa.
See what I right. You're like, I'm not. That ain't it. Right.
No, me and Lisa, we've known each other since childhood. We've been great friends, and yes, we did have a physical relationship briefly a long time ago, but we're just friends. She's married now, I'm married now, we moved on, but we're still really good friends. So it's a matter of what do we do with our opposite sex friends now that we're married? We may have to come up with some rules and guidelines because I just feel it's unfair for me to get rid of all my friends.
Okay, so now it's my turn to validate, right? And again, when it comes to validate, there's no picking sides, no. You said I could just right in the moment, right? And I get that. You've had a childhood friend. So happens she's the opposite sex, right? But she was there before me, right? And realistically, we can't make our partners cut off everybody. However, now that there's some dialogue, we can now discuss. Okay, going forward, though, I don't really feel comfortable with it. I don't really feel comfortable with it. Can we come up with, whatever? So, I understand that. I get that, and now I'm going to empathize. I can imagine you would feel hurt if I made you stop talking to her because you've been friends with her for so long. I can imagine that. Is that right? Feel a little hurt. Okay. So you keep going. So when it comes to
well, at this point, I think we're ready to dialogue. We can relate to each other. Now, what we've tried to do is create an emotional bond based on what's going on in our emotional state. Now we are hopefully united for us to discuss together the it, as opposed to us fighting each other about it. She's going to attack the it, I'm going to defend the it, and nothing's going to get resolved. But now that we're emotionally connected, we're touching, I understand her emotions, she understands mine, our dialogue can turn to a discussion about, is it appropriate for me to have opposite sex friends now that I'm married? And we all have to say now, for me, most of my friends are women. For her, she dumped all her dude friends quick. And it's hard for me to do that. So now we have to have a dialogue on what's fair and what's not fair. What conclusion we get to, we don't know, but at least it's not as emotionally charged and we are opposite of each other. We're together deciding on the fate of our direction.
So what about the issues that you had regarding her intrusion into your privacy and stuff like that? When does that get
So Imago, we just kind of cut it short. It goes on.
It goes back and forth.
It goes back and forth until you get it. So it can be, initially can be a long process. But it's serious. You guys want to understand what your spouse is going through, right? Emotionally and how they're feeling and whatnot. So it can take some time. But again, once you do it, you won't have to do, it's just you talking, can validate, empathize in the conversation.
Yeah. And one thing that you might want to do is say, you know what, we're going to leave the privacy issues out of it right now. We're going to deal with her.
Yeah, because
And we're going to deal with it.
Again, you have some dishes in the sink.
Right. Is it difficult to be there across from, because I'm sure you two know each other so well, to sit across from that person and to look at the different facial stuff and all the different mannerisms and stuff that you use? Because we're goofy as hell. So I know if I'm across from her and we're talking about this, it's gonna go like
There's unsaid things.
But that's awesome though, because you want to use humor, and that's you. So again,
we use humor.
Right. One of the things that we talked about. So again, when it came to, let's say that the day that I found out, right, and I came to him, you know, and again, because I know Imago and I do communication, I get that. Am I gonna attack him? No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come and go, hey babe, you know what today? Guess what I saw? Humor.
Yeah.
You know about
Lisa, I don't know about him.
now.
And then we just joke about it. And then,
Right.
Because I know there's a timetable. We got to make that connection before we really get into the deep stuff.
Right.
So we can joke around now. We can sit down and, you know, but eventually when one thing that hurts me is to look into my woman's eyes and see the hurt in her face.
Yeah.
Have you ever had an argument with somebody they don't want to look at you?
Yeah.
Like she'd be like, you need to turn around and look at me. I'm like curled up like this in the bed. I don't want to look at you. I can listen and talk and say like,
Okay.
if I look really close at her, I can see my reflection in her eyes and I look like a little boy who's just trying to run and chase a little taco. Now, I'm no longer a man, so I don't want to look at her in her eyes. But in this situation, now you don't always have to get like this. Well, you can do it in the bed and like face each other and just touch toes. As long as you're making a connection.
And eye contact.
And eye contact. But it's hard. It comes. Now I start feeling guilty. Now I got other emotions. And it's hard for me to be funny.
Really, now it's how to get serious.
Right. But you can use humor to be able to kind of break the ice. Again, it's no blame, no shame, no none of that. I could come here. I could come all kind of ways. You guys know, right? Who the hell is Lisa? Right? Instead of like, hey, guess what I saw today? You like what? An inbox from some chick named Lisa. For real? That's crazy. Or whatever. But he can then address like, oh, okay, that, you know, it's a friend of mine. He didn't say he didn't know Lisa. He didn't say, oh, it's a friend of mine. Okay, so now he's there with me. He's not going, what? Well, Lisa who? You know, if you do that, y'all got no skin.
Then when I say, can we talk about it tomorrow, she can sleep tonight because she knows that I've at least addressed a little bit of it. I'm not like trying to run from it. I'm like, oh, Lisa, yeah, we've been friends for a long time. But let's talk about it tomorrow when I have more time to devote to this conversation.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And you better come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because when you're hot and in the moment, it's hard to give the person who's offended the time to cool off and the person
Who's hot?
who's being accused time to build an alibi.
No. And that's what I did like. No.
Lisa, hey, man, don't answer your phone.
Some are complete that. It's true, right? Because when you get that space, right? Oh, that day, what are you going to do in that day? You're going to call and try to get together. But again, all that doesn't matter. You're still trying to...
Exactly.
Because it's still your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever. And are you in this together? Sure. Is Lisa a problem? She could be. But are you guys going to attack it together? Or are you going to leave it together? Really? Really?
Well,
without really knowing the background of it.
Is it something that he's doing for you to like go to his phone?
Oh no, it was Facebook, so we're just on the bed and ding.
No, she knows.
I never know, ever.
But see, it may not be something that I'm doing. It could be her insecurity.
That's true.
So if we deal with Lisa,
Yeah.
then we start dealing with.
But it's insecurities from our past,
Right.
what we talked about earlier, past relationships, past something that happened between you and I. It's all of that. So that's what you have to address.
But you got to do it one at a time.
Yeah, not all at once. You know.
So I have two questions.
Yes.
So one is like how you went to him and you said he's watching football. I want to discuss this. Not right now. Dialogue. I want a dialogue. And they say tomorrow. So between that moment when you done seen the email,
Go woosah. Go take a walk.
Yeah.
Just,
right,
yeah.
like I'm supposed to still be like, want some nachos?
Right.
Like, discuss this.
Right. But again, remember, it's creating that space. He was made available even if you tried.
Right.
Not how you want him to be.
Now what if the it becomes the dialogue?
Then you guys need to back.
When the person's like, oh, we about to do this again. Like, really, you want a dialogue again?
Right. I mean, you have to backtrack and kind of go back to.
Do you see what I mean?
She's always wanted to do Omago. Every time
Or,
I come
yeah,
home,
like,
Omago.
but there's always
So I'm like, baby, you have time to talk? Or you need a special space to talk about Imago?
You come home with that chair. The chair is set up every day.
She be like, Imago once a month.
Right. See, hopefully you don't any concerns on
I know,
the
chairs.
Make it lesser as time.
Right. And again, it's not that long conversation either because again, we have a clip to show you guys later. It's super quick. It can be super quick once you get it.
Once you get it.
Empathize, validate, and mirror.
And my second question.
Yes, of course.
The mirroring is the body language?
No.
Or is it just the level at how you're coming
It's
in?
me repeating what she said.
Oh, that's
Sure.
the repeat.
Word by
Oh,
word
okay.
or paraphrasing.
Because it gets twisted like, no, you said, no,
Okay.
I didn't. I'm like,
Yeah, exactly. So that's the listening part.
Yes.
And then the validating is validating how they felt, like what they said about how they felt.
What's-
Yes.
Right?
Yes. So to validate is not necessarily talking about how he feels, it's talking about that it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense. It's your childhood friend. It makes sense. I get that. If I had a childhood friend, not right or wrong, because I know I'm my boy child friend, you wouldn't like that. We know this.
Yeah.
However, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it, right? And then to address the feelings, you would maybe be hurt, if I made you cut that friendship off like you did mine.
Okay.
So I'm going to go a little bit more into just kind of clarifying what the three are. So to mirror, to validate, and to provide empathy. So it's super important when it comes to the I statement, you guys. That's crucial. Because like he talked about before, the shield and that spear, as soon as you go you, or I saw on your Facebook, or I saw done deal. He's like, what? I don't know her. What you talking about? Not there. If you, babe, I feel like this. He's like, what? And again, you're in that safe place, right? So to mirror is to be able to use the I statement so that the person has no blame, there's no shame, it's that safe place. Go back. And then the really crucial part is at the end of that, so we didn't do it, was to go back and repeat it all. Because this is huge. Why? There's something that I may have said, so for instance, I think I did it up here when he didn't talk about who this person was, who Lisa was, right? That's an important part, right? So if he would have said that before, and when I told it back to him and I didn't say that, that's an important part that I need to know about it. So it's crucial that when you guys go back and review the whole thing and kind of summarize, so I heard you say this. If they missed something that was super important to you, you at that point to say, no, but when I said that, she was my friend from, I really want you to hear that.
Yeah.
Don't miss that, because now you're not, that's important. That's probably one of it's selective hearing,
exactly.
right? We can hear, but we're not listening. I heard you, but I'm here. Right? So it's super important. It's really important to be able to go back and summarize and almost do it again, saying, okay, I got it right. Did I miss anything? No, I think you got it. Okay, good. So if you didn't, I need you to tell me, okay? And then again, the importance to validate it, just again, is creating the connection between you and your spouse is paramount, you guys. Most of us, who's married, who's maybe about to get married or whatever, it's about you guys. It's you against the world. So there's a lot of it's out there. And it's always going to be it, right? So if you're looking to have your marriage last, you got to figure out you guys. And a lot of that is how you guys feel and making sure that you protect how each other feels. And being open to how each other feels, even if you don't like it. Because again, imago is not about being right or wrong, to blame. It's just, let me feel what my spouse or partner is trying to feel. And then empathy, again, that's pretty simple. However, it's just the feelings. What is my partner feeling? It's do you want them to hurt? If you want your partner to hurt, then you have some other issues you may need to go to counsel for. But most of us, I don't want to hurt his feelings. I don't want him to say, no, you can't talk to her no more, because that's somebody that maybe went through a whole lot more for him than I did, because he knew her for so long. However, now that it's come, I'm just not really that comfortable with it. Where can we come to a median? I never knew about her, so maybe I meet her. Who knows, right? Just who knows, right? Are they going to be talking all the time? No, but if she puts on Facebook, I should go, hey, girl.
Yeah.
What you doing, girl? Right? It's right, so it's that thing. So it's being sure that you're saying in a moment, I'm not against him, I don't want him to feel bad. I would hate for him to tell me that I can't be friends with somebody I've been friends with since I was 5. So what we had sex when I was 13. I'm 38. You didn't know he was doing it. I don't know,
Right.
It doesn't matter. So it's just super important to be able to, it's super important to be able to just stay there with the person so that you can build and create that connection. So we're just going to kind of go back through the steps so you guys can kind of understand it. As to dialogue, you said I write so good. This was full time last night. Dang. task to dialogue. Everybody understands dialogue versus discussion, right? Who are you dialoguing with? Who are you discussing with? Business. Whoever, somebody who you don't even care about, right? Creating a safe place, so you're not gonna talk to them during the game. I'm gonna talk to her when she's on the phone with her girlfriend. Baby, you know, no. And I'm like, appreciation. This, guys, this is probably one of the most important. These two right here, to be honest. The safe place and being able to appreciate that person in the moment. Because, like I said, females and men too, it's hard. I don't believe you that I'm from those emotions come back to 2012. But I got, if I stay here, he'll be available, right? Express yourself, right? Being able to express yourself, and now I'm trying to use the I statements to mirror. Again, just kind of continue on the I statements, being able to validate. I get that, no right or wrong, but I get it. I get it, Mr. Friend, etc. Empathy, being able to see, how he feels, how she feels, and be able to relate. Empathize is to put yourself in that person's shoes. How would I feel? I'll be pissed off. I'll be mad. I'll be angry. I'll be hurt. And it's really important when it comes to empathy, guys. It's a feeling. We have to, because one thing, I think we were talking to somebody and said, I would feel unfair. I'm like, is that a feeling? No. Unfair is not a feeling. A feeling is angry, sad, upset. So really, really chime in on the feelings. What are the feelings that person is feeling? Because yes, it's unfair that you can have childhood friends and I can't. But now we can talk about it, right? That's not how I feel though. And then of course this one again, being able to go back to, did I miss anything? Right? Because something that was important to you, and then of course to switch the roles. Okay? So we're gonna
I'm gonna show you a quick commercial. Kind of imago on the fly.
Can everybody see?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.